Yeah, we just want to let people know that we do get calls with people not able to find our place, and for the fact that they're just wondering, they're calling to see if we're open. So we are open. I'm not sure why people think the place was shut down because there's construction going on. Because basically if they're shut down during construction, they're probably not going to open. So yeah.
Son, when I went down there and took these pictures, we didn't really notice any signage,
Mm-hmm.
Visible signage. I mean, we were coming from Minnesota, right through there, and we didn't notice any signage there at all.
Signage for parking or?
Signage saying that your business is open, how to access your business. What's the situation now?
The situation is still the same. We've always been. We haven't, it's hard to. We have a couple signs, but we haven't. We don't have like this. 4th Street. We have this little circle sign right there. That's kind of like the sign that we started with. I'm looking to eventually next year build a bigger sign once the roads are back. On Kellogg, we have another sign that was there before. We're looking to building a better, bigger sign on Kellogg right now because the Kellogg is our only road of access. That gives us access to the parking ramp. Plus, that's where the busier street with traffic going up and down. We're looking to build a bigger sign there to get more. But we've never really had, like a big sign. Only the fact that we've done, we haven't had a bigger sign. Just
what's Mid-Council saying about the signage?
About the signage?
The construction signage and things like that. I mean, that seems to be a big.
Yeah, they honestly. Yeah.
I'm actually looking at.
Okay.
I'm Dana Apple with the Council coverage from your downtown. Actually, as of I believe it was yesterday afternoon. Yesterday, there are signs now on each corner that are saying that the properties are open.
And who's paying for the signs? Who makes them and put them in place? And how do you decide where they should go? What's the process like? Guys, if you're a business owner and construction.
Just to let you know, the signage will not put your name, and they won't put the name of your business on there.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
So they don't put these businesses are
No,
open during construction.
they won't put like you guys. I talked to them, and that's what I thought too. But they won't put the business's name. Only I'll have you explain.
Okay, sure. My name's Robin Kaufman. I'm the manager of public involvement for the project. And we actually have specs in our bid contracts that require the contractors at their expense, part of the project cost, to put signage up on each of the blocks that direct pedestrians to site. So it's basically open for business signage that states businesses are open and lists the name of the buildings. The way the spec is written is that name of the building or any businesses that have only exterior access to the street will have their name on a sign, and those are posted at the end of each block, directing people to the access points. And those went up yesterday.
Okay, so I would have a sign saying Senor Wong parking access.
I think it says, you would say Kellogg Square businesses, or open for businesses, Kellogg Square businesses.
Okay, a lot of people, I'm just saying, like a lot of customers probably don't think, to look for Kellogg Square. They're looking for Senor Wong.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you saying that we can get it or we can't get it?
Part of it is the issue with putting all the names of all the businesses, especially when you're in the downtown area and some of the larger buildings on University Avenue, is there's hundreds of businesses, and so you wouldn't be able to put all of the names of all the businesses on those boards. So we had to go with policy that any building or exterior only access points for businesses.
Well, if there's only two.
Yes. Well, with Kellogg's Square Apartments as well. So I guess a lot of it with that is just we have to have a standard policy that we apply throughout the entire corridor.
Now, did you say the project started in June? Right?
It was actually
It started in June sometime?
this particular construction actually started late July.
And is there a reason why the signage is up today?
A lot of it had to do with, the previous work was being done by Excel Energy and, District Energy and some other private utilities. And so it wasn't work that was actually being done as part of this project. The actual construction that we were overseeing was started in August, end of August. So, actually, we signed our notice to proceed in the end of August. So, we now have the signage up and in place,
The
and
project is almost done.
we hope to have, as Son mentioned, hope to have it done by that end of November, early December. So.
I think the point is, can the signs on University Avenue go up before construction starts rather than deep into the project?
Yeah, some of this is that we've been taking, getting new systems in place. It took a few weeks to get the contractor on board and get all the systems in place with them, get all the documentation in place. So we've got, I'm trying to think, Dana, when construction actually started on 4th Street.
I'm representing Congresswoman Betty McCall, and we are, the Congresswoman is very, very concerned about the small businesses along University Avenue. And I go back and report to her from the Central Quarter Management Committee meeting and stuff like that. And I have been telling her, that there's going to be great signage out there so that people wanting to get to businesses will be able to get to businesses. And now I hear Son talk about his business, and then Met Council said, we started putting signs up this week. Well, the construction's been going on since after the 4th of July. And obviously there's nothing you can do right now to take care of what didn't happen. But I do feel that the Met Council, the Central Quarter project, needs to learn from this so that it does not happen on University Avenue.
Absolutely.
I think the Congresswoman is going to speak directly with Mr. Bell on this, because this is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it is, it's the Met Council's, it's their responsibility to make sure that the construction company, you can't blame the construction company, it's your responsibility, the Met Council's responsibility, to make sure that the construction companies follow what's supposed to happen, and if they don't, then the Met Council ought to be ready and prepared to put their own signs.
Absolutely.
That's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous that there was not signage all summer long, and here it is a third week or second week of October, and finally the signage in, and then supposedly the construction will be over with in a month.
I agree. We are learning a lot about construction and getting our systems in place and building our capacity. So I agree.
Yeah. I'd love to see. I was expecting to see signage there before the construction started. Like I said, there was a point where I just kind of gave up and just took it upon myself. People that are providing my signs now is the beer companies.